we lived in a world without small business, all we would have is big corporations and the big chain stores. Now, while there's a place for those big businesses, small business is still so vital and important. And small business can so easily die out if we don't support them. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can support small business. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why you should be supporting a small business and 7 ways that you can do that. The beauty of small business is that it brings us more choice and diversity, that it supports families and communities, that everyday people can start up a business, make good money, support the local community, offer things that maybe big businesses just can't offer, test things, create new and exciting things. There's all kinds of amazing things that a small business can do and offer and provide. They're able to do things on smaller scale, which means they can test out different trends more easily. They can be more one-on-one and friendly and really connect with the customer and get to know what people want and need. It can be so much more personal, like back in the old days where you'd go down to the corner store and they'd know everything that you needed rather than the big supermarkets where you're just another customer. It gives us unique buying experiences, and it also supports families because families often start these businesses, they're just small, and then it supports local community too because the money goes back into the local community and they're employing locals as well. And even if it's an online business, it's still supporting the small maker and creator. Giving individuals that chance to express themselves and put something out into the world and make money from it, and then be able to support their families with it as well, which is so important. It means that people can have choice about how they conduct business too. They can conduct their business according to their values and not be just about mass production and trying to make lots of money. So while big business can fuel a lot of things and provide us with a lot of resources, small business is still very vital and important, and if we don't support it, it will end up dying out. So it's really important to keep in mind little things that you can do to keep supporting small business, because if you love small businesses and if you're a small business yourself, then you really want to be doing what you can to give back to small business and support small business. And it doesn't mean you have to buy every single thing possible from small business. It just means keeping that in mind and where possible, supporting them. So let's dig deeper. Why does small business really matter? First of all, it impacts local economy because the money that's being made by those local businesses is staying within that local community or that country. It's not this big global business where money ends up offshore or manufacturing ends up in another country. Everything is more localized, and so people are earning the money locally and they're also spending their money locally, and then it helps communities and countries thrive more. It also provides choice and diversity. Think about it, when you go on something like Etsy or you go down to a local handmade market, all the different unique things that you can find and come across that you'd never see in a big chain store. When it comes to small business, they have the opportunity to create new and exciting things. They can play with new ideas and do it on a small scale. They don't have to be cautious and careful to create things that will be top sellers, that they're going to be mass producing. They can try out new and exciting things. And because it's small scale, it means that you're able to buy things that are more unique and different and individual. You may even be able to get custom made things too. It just gives us so much more choice. And then individuality. If we only had chain stores, then we would all be buying the exact same stuff. And where would the individuality be then? It's so wonderful to have that option and be able to buy things to our individual taste and our unique quirky character and not be dictated to by what's trendy and what's in right now and what's easy to sell on mass scale. It also offers a more personal experience. You can go into a store, or even if it's online, and you can get to know the seller. It's more personal. You can chat with them. They can work out what's best for you. It's much more smaller scale, personal. Think about when you go to your local coffee store, where it's just that small little coffee store. They probably remember your order, things like that. Those little things that can make a big difference to your experience when you go shopping. Certainly aren't going to get that from the big corporations and companies. You're just another customer there, and they're not really worrying too much about your personal needs. It connects communities and the world so much more, small business, because we're interacting with one another. We're supporting what each other makes and creates and puts out in the world. We're able to discuss things with each other, and it just makes it all so much more connected. So why is it so important that we support small business? Well, if you love shopping from small businesses and love walking past that little local boutique and think, wow, that's so unique and cool, and you love it when you need to go buy a gift and you can find something that's really quirky and fun that suits that person perfectly, then it's really important that you keep supporting small business so they don't die out. We need to be active supporters and vote with our money. This doesn't mean that every single purchase you ever make needs to be from a small business, because I know that isn't possible for everyone, and sometimes you just can't find the things that you need always through small business. But there are ways to make sure that you're continually actively supporting small business. So the first idea is shop small for small things where possible. Whenever you need something little, consider, could I buy this from a small business, whether it be local or online? Is it possible that you can find that thing that you need from a small business? Obviously, your everyday items like your groceries and furniture, it might just be easier for you to go to big stores. Sometimes the bigger things can be quite expensive from the little boutiques and that. And so if you're not able to afford that, buying the little things from small business is a way that you can help support small business still. So think about little ways you can do this regularly. So don't just wait for that moment when you need to buy a special gift for someone, but it can also be little things like maybe you've done your grocery shop at the big grocery store, but then maybe you want to grab some lunch or a coffee during the week. You go to a little small business to buy that. And maybe you buy the majority of your clothes from chain stores, but every now and then you buy yourself a nice little piece of clothing from a small business, or even just little accessories too. It can be simple things like jewelry or scarves or socks, just little things where you can still support small business to add to your wardrobe. And also when it comes to decorating your own home, you might not be able to afford beautiful furniture from a handmade small boutique, but you might be able to buy little trinkets and bits and pieces for your home from small businesses. Just every time you need to buy things, consider, is it possible for me to buy this from a small business? If it's not, fine, but at least consider it. Always have it in your mind to consider it. Number 2 is go to local markets. So as much as you can, go to things like handmade markets, fresh food markets, whatever kind of markets in your local area where you can support those local makers and producers. It's a beautiful experience and you're supporting your locals as well. Number 3 is when you need a service, look to small business. So whether it's getting someone in to clean your carpet, whether it's getting someone to build your website or mow your lawn or create a logo for you or make you a new meal plan, whatever services you want to be paying for and needing help with, first consider a small business. You may think, oh, but with a big business, I know I can trust them because they're well known and reputable, but you can still find small businesses that are trustworthy. Just do your research. Look at testimonials, see what other people are saying, get personal recommendations from other people you know that have used some small businesses for that service. Spend some time getting to know them. If there's someone that's an international small business, it can mean just getting on their website, looking at their social media and just getting to know them, connecting with them and creating a bit of trust there. It may even be too starting out small, just getting a small service from them and then building up to more bigger services. Buying services from small business is a great way to be supporting small business. Number 4 is create a treats list. So keep an eye on some favorite small businesses of yours and start creating a bit of a wish list, things that you really love. So if you can't afford all those things right now, start creating a bit of a wish list. And then when you have those moments where you made a little bit of extra money or you are feeling down and you just wanted to treat yourself, pick something off that list, and then that means that when you have those moments, you're buying something from a small business. And who knows, when you're buying that little thing from them as a treat for yourself, you might start to look at some of the other things they sell too. Number 6 is do your gift shopping through small business. So whenever a special occasion comes up, someone's birthday, Christmas, weddings, baby showers, anything like that where you need to buy someone a gift, small business should be the first place you look, because for starters, you're going to get something so much more unique and special, and you're also going to be supporting small business. They really are a great way to be buying gifts for people. And if you're one of those people that in the moment where you're like, oh, what am I going to get this person? Oh, there's so many shops out there, I just don't know what to do. Through the year, keep a bit of a gift list. So just like your wish list, also have a gift list. So as you come across things and think, oh, that person I know would really like that, put it on your gift list. So when the time comes that you need to buy them a gift, you can go back to that list and pick something off there. Go back to that small business again and go and buy it. And if they're out of stock, maybe there'll be something else similar, or maybe they'll even be able to custom make you something. By having that list, it means that when it comes to that time, you're not going to be suddenly in a rush and just be like, oh, I'll just go out to the chain store and grab something because I haven't spent the time to think about this and I just need to get them something. Having that list and collecting ideas throughout the year means that you're not going to feel in a rush and you're more likely going to support small business when it's time to buy a gift. And finally, number 7 is go to your local cafes regularly. So if you're the kind of person that likes going out for a coffee or just a little snack or a lunch out, then make sure that you try and pick the smaller businesses. Support your local community and support those local small businesses as much as you can. It can be a great experience to just try out new things, go new places. Don't stick to the same old regular, but go around and support different businesses. If you're already supporting one small cafe, maybe every now and then just try a different one. You know, spread the love around a bit and try out different locals. So I hope this gave you some great ideas, and continue to support small business. And don't forget that if you have a creative small business and you want some more tips about creativity, branding and design, then be sure to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.